we needed to make something. And it was like, well, how are we going to do this in the time that we're living in? And the you know, because I listened to the song and it you know, just the feeling of it, the sort of the beautiful sort ofness, but it's just, you know, that when you think about empty London or what's going on and how empty the world is, there's a sort of eeriness to the track. And it would have been, you know, obviously it's that thing of having James walking through this empty space. But then it was thinking, well, how could I do that? And then I was thinking, well, it would be great to almost be able to sort of film him and then almost have put that within the, you know, in the space. And so almost filming him on a screen or something, or having that in the space. So that was the initial idea that I had. And so then I thought about, well, how are we going to do that? And then I was thinking, well, you put it on a drone and then you can fly a drone through everywhere and you'd be able to get all these shots. But then obviously, you know, because of the limitations of being able to fly a drone in certain, you know, getting permissions and stuff like that, that proved a bit tricky where we could film and what we could do. And then I realised, actually, because we were allowed to take exercise and go for a bike ride or something, I was thinking, well, what if we rigged something to a bike? And then we could move through all of the locations quickly. So, you know, to be able to adhere to the sort of regulations that were in place, and also not sort of, we could move quickly and sort of get everything done. And also I felt the movement of going through these spaces as well that'll be really beautiful. And so we shot it. I thought we shoot it at slow motion, the speed of the bikes, and then we slow it down. It'll sort of add to the sort of, you know, for the look of it all. And then in the edit, I was actually messing around with something in terms of, you have layers of images and stuff, and I had like all of London at the bottom, and I put the interview on the top, and the main performance on the top, and I put it down to see through it, so you can see where it might sort of drop in. And then all of a sudden this effect happened where you see in London through the silhouette. And I was like, wow, that became, for me, the strong image, you know. So we didn't actually have to put James in London, but it meant that it's almost seeing through someone's soul, or seeing through somebody's, you know, it's almost deeper than that. Do you know what I mean?
I think the fact that, like, I don't know, even just seeing like the empty streets, I think is such a beautiful thing. And I think it kind of says a lot about like what's going, I don't know, at the minute, like it really like hits home to like how, you know, how crazy the times are. Like, you know, the fact that you can get them shots really means that everyone is just like locked in the houses. And the fact that the song is about, you know, being there for the people that you love when they need it, and like making sure that you're there for people, which is really what's happening, you know, like all the key workers and NHS and that are like putting their lives on the line to save people. There's just something about that kind of seeing them empty streets that really like kind of, I don't know, it just says it all without saying anything for me anyway. I just love that kind of all simplicity of it.
And I guess that's what with the performance as well, it was all about, again, I didn't want it to be too showy or too, because it's not about that, you know. This project and what we're trying to do is meant to be sort of, you know, I think it was again important to capture a performance, but for it to be sort of quite simple but classic, and
to do it in a, you know, like following the rules of, you know,
to do it in the sort of, you know, to do it in the regulation of not being able to come too close. And so thinking about that, it was like, how could we do and what could we do? And then it was just because the weather was so amazing, and that sunset, I've not seen a sunset like that in the UK for, I can't remember where. It was just perfect, wasn't it? The sun was just the pure clear sky. And I think in the end, in the video, it's the last couple of takes that we actually used, because that's when the light was the most perfect. It's funny, when I turned up to see her, I said, I bet you any money the things that I use in the video will be the last things that we shoot, you know.
Yeah,
and it's always the way.
When the sun had gone down, kind of, and I was like, all right, I mean, you know, can we still keep going or whatever? And you were like, no, wait. And then we waited longer, and then it kind of got pinker and pinker, didn't it? And that was the moment. I thought I wouldn't be able to. I thought wouldn't be able to see me or anything, but that was just so magic. I think it really, like, just set the tone in a beautiful way.